Some teams win trophies, others completely redefine an era. Between 2004 and 2012, Chelsea achieved both. Under Roman Abramovich's transformative ownership, the club went from perennial contenders to an undeniable force at home and in Europe. Across these seasons, they collected silverware by the armful, smashing defensive records, conquering the Premier League, and finally reaching the summit of the Champions League. This script spotlights the Abramovich era's golden years, beginning with the Russian billionaire's acquisition in 2003 and culminating in the 2012 Champions League triumph. We'll explore the game-changing influence of José Mourinho, the managerial transitions that followed, the key players such as Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, John Terry, Petr Cech, Ashley Cole, and Michael Essien, and the unwavering team ethos that kept Chelsea at football's pinnacle. Tactics, grit, and a winning mentality formed a potent blend, leading to dominance that rivaled any contemporary dynasty. Today, we'll recount the major events, iconic matches, and season-defining moments that turned Chelsea into a powerhouse. Let's journey through the era of prime Chelsea, where discipline, unity, and sheer willpower propelled them into the pantheon of modern football's greatest sides. In 2003, Chelsea's destiny changed forever with Roman Abramovich's purchase of the club. Overnight, a team known for exciting football but limited trophies found itself flush with resources. The Russian owner poured massive funds into transfers, over £100 million in his first window alone, to lure top talent such as Juan Sebastian Veron, Hernan Crespo, and Claude Makelele. This bold ambition signaled that Chelsea aimed not just for top four finishes, but for the Premier League title and European silverware. Beyond players, Abramovich heavily invested in infrastructure. A prime example was the state-of-the-art Cobham Training Center, built for around £20 million. By 2004, the squad trained in cutting-edge facilities, reflecting the owner's long-term vision. This modernization not only aided first-team stars, but also enhanced youth development, showing that Abramovich's plan went beyond lavish signings. Chelsea soon began bridging the gap to England's elite. Claudio Ranieri guided them to runners-up in 2004, but the club yearned for absolute success. Abramovich's arrival was never about small steps, it was about winning, and the groundwork was now in place. Ample finances, improved infrastructure, and a swelling ambition. In the summer of 2004, that ambition took human form in the arrival of a certain special one. Enter José Mourinho, fresh from Champions League glory with FC Porto. Boasting extraordinary self-confidence and tactical acumen, he labeled himself the special one at his Chelsea unveiling, and promptly delivered. In 2004 to 2005, Chelsea stormed to their first top-flight title in half a century, amassing 95 points and conceding a mere 15 goals, a Premier League record for stinginess. Mourinho's brand of disciplined defending and swift counterattacks proved unstoppable. John Terry anchored the backline alongside Ricardo Carvalho, while Petr Cech went 1,025 minutes without conceding. In midfield, the indefatigable Claude Makelele snuffed out threats, and Frank Lampard produced goals from deep. This synergy lost just one league match all season. The following year, Chelsea retained the crown with a near-equal show of dominance. Mourinho's typical 4-3-3 formation showcased wingers like Arjen Robben and Damien Duff offering penetration, while Didier Drogba imposed his power up front. The result? Trophies and an aura of invincibility. Over 3 seasons, from 2004 to 2007, Mourinho's Chelsea collected 2 Premier League titles, 2 League Cups, and 1 FA Cup. However, Europe eluded them. Heartbreaking semi-final eliminations in 2005 and 2007 kept the Champions League just out of reach. Despite that shortfall, a winning mentality was deeply embedded. Mourinho's abrupt exit in September 2007 stemmed from disagreements behind the scenes, but his legacy was profound. He established world-class standards, molded a dressing room brimming with leadership, Terry, Lampard, Drogba, Cech, and left a blueprint of intense work ethic and fierce team spirit. Under his guidance, Chelsea's transformation from perennial nearly men to relentless champions was complete, building the platform on which future triumphs would stand. Though he departed, the squad's DNA, resilience, fearlessness, and unity remained firmly in place, ensuring Chelsea stayed competitive even as managers changed. Post-Mourinho, the club cycled through managers yet maintained a trophy-winning cadence. Avram Grant replaced Mourinho in 2007 to 2008, continuing the tight 4-3-3 approach and guiding Chelsea to a Premier League runners-up spot and their first Champions League final. The stage was Moscow, 2008, a penalty shootout heartbreak against Manchester United. Captain John Terry's slip on the wet turf denied them the ultimate prize. The following season, Luis Felipe Scolari arrived with visions of more expansive football, but results faltered. Goose Hiddink stepped in mid-season, restoring defensive organization and leading the Blues to the 2009 FA Cup, defeating Everton in the final. Though Hiddink departed that summer, he steadied the ship. Carlo Ancelotti took over in 2009, fostering an attack-minded Chelsea side. The 2009-2010 season was a thrilling spectacle. 103 league goals underpinned their first-ever double, Premier League and FA Cup. Drogba notched the Golden Boot with 29 league goals, while Lampard tallied 22. Chelsea's final day 8-0 demolition of Wigan sealed the title in emphatic fashion, followed by FA Cup victory at Wembley. Ancelotti's fluid tactics, mixing a 4-3-3 and a midfield diamond, capitalized on veteran experience and offensive brilliance. Though 2010 to 2011 ended with no trophies, Chelsea consistently vied for top honors. The managerial merry-go-round, Scolari, Hiddink, Ancelotti, didn't dim the squad's hunger or competitiveness. Veterans like Lampard, Terry, Drogba, and Cech formed the spine, guaranteeing that Chelsea remained in the hunt for silverware each season. All that was missing was that elusive Champions League crown, a quest that would soon reach fairy tale proportions. By 2011-2012, the sense of now or never crept in regarding Europe's top prize. Andre Villas-Boas was sacked midway through, and Roberto Di Matteo became interim manager. What followed was a remarkable turnaround. First, Chelsea captured the FA Cup in May 2012, beating Liverpool, but the real drama came in the Champions League. After knocking out Benfica in the quarters, Chelsea faced reigning champions Barcelona. Di Matteo adopted a defensive, counter-attacking stance reminiscent of Mourinho's heyday. A dogged performance in both legs overcame the odds, culminating in a dramatic draw at Camp Nou despite John Terry's red card. In the final at Bayern Munich's Allianz Arena, a virtual away game, Chelsea again deployed a rearguard action. When Bayern led 1-0 late, the Blues conjured one last twist. Didier Drogba soared to head home an 88th-minute equalizer, forcing extra time. Cech then saved a penalty and the match drifted to spot kicks. Fittingly, Drogba himself converted the winning penalty, delivering Chelsea's first-ever Champions League. The sight of Lampard, Terry in the stands but in full kit, Drogba and Cech celebrating under the Munich lights etched an immortal chapter in club history. This glorious finale validated a team built on resilience, leadership, and belief, qualities nurtured since Mourinho's arrival. For players like Drogba and Lampard, it was the crowning achievement of their careers. For Abramovich, it was the prize he had pursued relentlessly. Chelsea, at long last, were kings of Europe. Chelsea's success hinged on a core of iconic players who blended skill, leadership, and unwavering commitment. Frank Lampard, the engine of midfield, combining stamina, intelligence, and an uncanny knack for goals. Lampard consistently delivered double-digit tallies each season. He scored the decisive goals to clinch the 2005 title and was central to the 2010 double. His calm penalty-taking extended to the biggest stages, including the 2012 final. Didier Drogba, a force of nature up front, Drogba thrived on the grand occasion, scoring in multiple finals. Physically dominant and supremely clutch, he provided late winners in the 2007 and 2012 FA Cups, and famously netted the equalizer and final penalty in the 2012 Champions League triumph. His big game mentality became legendary. John Terry, the heartbeat of Chelsea's defense, rugged, fearless, and a natural leader, Terry was central to multiple domestic trophies. Known for last-ditch tackles and unstoppable headers, he lifted the Premier League trophy thrice as captain. Terry's slip in the 2008 Champions League final was heartbreakingly symbolic, but his leadership never wavered. Petr Cech, immense consistency, lightning reflexes, and an ability to produce miraculous saves in high-stakes scenarios. Cech's record 1,025-minute clean sheet run in 2004 to 2005 set the tone. His penalty saves in the 2012 final cemented his place as one of the era's top goalkeepers. Ashley Cole, perhaps the best left-back of his generation, Cole was tireless in defense and attack. His meticulous reading of wingers like Ronaldo made him indispensable in big matches. Cole played a crucial role in the knockout rounds of the 2012 Champions League, clearing goal-bound shots off the line. Michael Essien, nicknamed the Bison for his dominating presence, Essien combined power, versatility, and an eye for spectacular goals. Operating in defensive or box-to-box roles, he filled gaps with ease and exemplified the grit that characterized Chelsea's midfield. Collectively, these players forged an unbreakable dressing room bond. They personified the club's resilience, ensuring that even with managerial upheavals, Chelsea remained steadfast contenders. Despite the turnover in managers, Chelsea's formula centered on defensive solidity, physical dominance, and opportunistic attacking. José Mourinho, 2004 to 2007, utilized a 4-3-3 built around a compact defensive shape, featuring the Makelele role. Quick transitions fed Drogba up front and wide wingers supporting. Mourinho's training honed meticulous defensive structures, an us-against-them mentality, and unstoppable self-belief. Guus Hiddink, interim, and Avram Grant emphasized continuity of Mourinho's shape, focusing on tight defense, fast breakouts, and trusting the experienced spine. Their success in domestic cups and deep Champions League runs reinforced the squad's team-first mentality. Carlo Ancelotti, 2009 to 2011, blended defensive resilience with freer attacking interplay. In 2009 to 2010, the Blues scored 103 league goals, often playing fluid 4-3-3 or diamond midfield formations. This allowed the experienced core to maintain a balanced approach, fueling the double in 2010. Roberto Di Matteo, 2012, adopted a back-to-basics approach in the Champions League, especially against Barcelona and Bayern, prioritizing compactness. Those achievements underscored how flexible the squad could be, willing to defend en masse but never missing the moment to pounce. Regardless of the tactical tweaks, the team's core identity, unshakable defense, leadership from veterans, and a flair for big moments persisted under each managerial regime. That identity, nurtured since 2004, culminated in the biggest prize of all in 2012. The 2004 to 2012 era stands among the defining dynasties of modern English football. Chelsea collected 3 Premier Leagues, multiple FA Cups, League Cups, and at last the coveted Champions League. Domestically, their points totals, minimal goals conceded, and unwavering ability to grind out results matched or surpassed rivals like Manchester United during that period. On the European stage, heartbreak turned to redemption in Munich, completing their transformation into a true superpower. Comparisons with other legendary sides, Manchester United's late 90s treble winners or Liverpool's 1970s dominators, reveal that while Chelsea's managerial continuity was lacking, their core players and refuse-to-lose ethos remained consistent. This unwavering spirit shaped a squad that excelled in both grinding out narrow wins and conjuring last-gasp magic. By 2012, the script was complete, an unglamorous route to Champions League glory, but one that fittingly showcased Chelsea's heart, discipline, and unwavering unity. Prime Chelsea were a rare blend of power, tactical discipline, and relentless will to win. Roman Abramovich's takeover injected ambition and resources, but the real magic came from the squad's unity. From Terry's fierce defending to Lampard's goals, Drogba's clutch finishes, Cech's heroics, and a cast of elite supporting players. Under Mourinho, Ancelotti, and Di Matteo, they perfected a blueprint that left them dominant at home and triumphant in Europe. Their lasting legacy? A reputation for resilience, proven by multiple domestic titles and sealed by the 2012 Champions League final script book drama. Even long after that night in Munich, the club's modern identity draws from the lessons of those golden years. That unwavering determination, trust in key leaders, and comfort in the big moments can carry a team from near misses to ultimate glory. That is how good Prime Chelsea was, an era of excellence defined by champions forged in pressure and crowned with the biggest prizes in football.